who's having a spirited conversation with a trash can a few minutes before. You certainly wouldn't want it to be your boring-ass brother-in-law who's going to talk your ear off about the article he just read in Insurance Underwriters Quarterly. And by the way, I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for you, love of country, and my plan to order the Surgeon General and NASA to reanimate the corpse of Marilyn Monroe. Let's face it, it's a stressful gig being the leader of the most important country in the world. I'm going to need to blow off some steam. We're so divided now that anything you do is sure to piss off 49.5% of the country. Plus, the pay sucks. I made much more money on this book than the president made this year. Bad presidents are forgotten about or become punchlines. Must be tough on Jimmy Carter to be watching TV and constantly hear his name come up as a yardstick for shitty presidencies. Worst economy since Carter. Worst energy crisis since Carter. I imagine Jimmy Carter sitting at home one night, watching CNN, comparing Obama to him, saying, "How many free houses do I have to fucking build? Rosalind, throw me the remote. What's on HBO? I wonder what this Argo is about." I'd certainly be a breath of fresh air. Every time a politician makes a tepid attempt at humor, everyone thinks he's hilarious. It's about context. When a politician tosses off a mediocre one-liner during the State of the Union or a debate, people think he's a genius. But if you put an actual comedian in office, he'd be the funniest politician of all time. It's like being the funniest guy at a funeral. More importantly, as a comedian, our job is to say what's on our minds. Unfiltered and unfocused group tested. That's what drives me nuts when yours truly or other comedians get gang raped on Twitter every time they say something that's controversial. We're comedians, not politicians. We shouldn't be held to the same standard. We're not just allowed, we're required to do what politicians can't do, and that's to be honest. Everyone talks a good game about wanting their politicians to speak their mind. But then look who gets elected. Sociopaths, narcissists, sex offenders, and liars. I'm none of those. I'm a truth teller. I still haven't been caught for the sex offenses. The essence of comedy is taking an uncomfortable truth and finding humor in it. Taking something horrible like crime, war, poverty, or divorce and making it funny. But our leaders can't tell the truth. We won't let them. We've created a society where politicians aren't allowed to criticize people. There's no tough love coming out of the White House or Congress. They've gone from leaders and legislators to wedding planners. If they want to keep the gig, they better give us what we want. Thus, it's gone from, ask not what your country can do for you, to, these rich guys aren't paying their fair share. You're working class heroes, even though you don't really work. Why shouldn't you get the same medical attention that Malcolm Forbes gets? That's how you end up with Hope and Change and Occupy Wall Street. Bunch of people saying, come on, Barack, do it for me. Fix my life. The more people that get into that mindset, the less likely it is for someone to get elected who will act like your dad. Someone who'll say, enough whining. Get your shit together. Fix your fucked up life. It's not government's job. Handling the stuff that people can't do themselves, like war, that's the government's job. One man can't take out a dictator or stop a terrorist attack, unless that one man is Chuck Norris. But one man can get a job, raise his kids, and pay his taxes. You always hear politicians on the campaign trail saying, I will fight for you. Is that what we want? Someone fighting for us? Shouldn't we want to do our own fighting? So that when we get our first house or start our first business, we can have the pride that we did it ourselves? Shouldn't we think, hey, government, don't fight for me. Fight the red tape and retarded regulations so I can get to work. Humans need challenges to overcome, just like a muscle needs resistance to grow. In a zero-gravity environment, an astronaut's muscles atrophy because there's no resistance. The government giving you a bunch of handouts and living your life for you is equivalent to doing push-ups in outer space. Big government is like the void of space. It's massive, constantly expanding, and if we immerse ourselves in it, we'll simply wither away. During the 2012 election, I was stunned to see how many people had the audacity to stand face-to-face with a candidate and say, I'm 22, and I'm a student. As I look forward to graduation in the job market, I want to know what you're going to do for